Hello, thank you for joining the first ritual to honor Judas. This is a continuation of the ritual started last night. It's now after midnight. I'm lighting 2 candles. Saint Judas is often not sought because people are afraid of accidentally contacting Judas Iscariot. Saint Judas may or may not be Judas Iscariot. There's some things that have been changed about the original recordings and stories from Jesus' time. But I'm lighting 2 candles to make sure that we do honor Judas Iscariot, because the Gospel of Judas is a secret gospel that Judas probably wrote down, a secret message that Jesus told him before they both were killed. And in this message, Jesus tells Judas that all the other Christian churches will be replaced. After a long time of everyone hating Judas, he will finally be glorified. This is that time. He says that in that time, the Judas church will replace all the other Christian churches and finally live up to Jesus' intentions for Christianity. The reason we know this is this time is because of other things he describes. One thing he tells the disciples is that they should stop sacrificing animals. This is a huge revolutionary message for them at that time, and might be one reason why they destroyed every copy they could of the Gospel of Judas by the year 200. But one copy did survive, and we got that copy to the public in 2006. It was discovered in 1950, so nothing else has been discovered since then until earlier this year, March 15th or 16th. They discovered more scrolls, possibly another copy of the Gospel of Judas, to fill in more of these details. But we do already know from what we have that Jesus told Judas he would be despised and hated for a long time, and then finally it would be revealed that he should be glorified because he's only doing what Jesus asked him to do. That his church will replace the other churches because people will realize that they've gotten the message wrong, and the new church will actually live up to Jesus' teachings. And in doing that, it will end war, it will end poverty, and it will end racism. People have since, like Martin Luther King, preached the end of war, poverty, and racism because they've sensed this true message of Jesus, but it'll come locked in because Jesus built in kind of a safety clause with Judas to teach everyone that part of the prophecy came true, that he would be despised for a long time. And now that the truth is being revealed, he'll be honored. And when he's honored and this new church emerges, it will also replace all military governments. So it's the end of war. As this comes out today, as I'm doing this ritual today, August 30th and 31st, they've ended the 20-year-long war in Afghanistan, the longest war of the United States history, and hopefully the last war of history. We can end war entirely, and in fact, we're destined to do so. The other thing Jesus predicted to Judas is that the times between when Judas was despised, the times between then and now, we would be under the rule of evil powers. These evil powers would rule through people, but they would be evil appointed powers. But their time has come. Their time is up. Their time is over. And that means that now is the first time that the world will be ruled by humans, by people, by democracy. And if you think about it, we've been trying for democracy for a long time, just as people have sensed Jesus' true message all this time. We've been trying for democracy for a long time, but we haven't reached it yet. And right now, when we're closer than we've ever been before, there are strong forces trying to keep us from reaching democracy. And these same strong forces are trying to keep us from saving the planet, trying to keep us from social justice, trying to keep us from all sorts of things that we need, trying to keep us from saving ourselves from a pandemic. And we can overturn that system. Jesus has predicted that all those churches will be overthrown in favor of the true church, the Church of Judas, that's now open. So you can honor Judas in any way you want. These candles are just for show, for fun. Anything you do that's good in Jesus and Judas' name. So thank you for joining this ritual, and we can have hope that there will be peace and abundance and equality and freedom and liberty, and that war and evil will end. And with that hope, we can act and speak and do things to reach that sooner and better and help each other understand. So thank you, and God has blessed you. Judas bless you. Jesus bless you. I bless you, and bless yourself.